Hello everyone and welcome to the Siren's Call. I don't know why I'm in leeway. Oh yeah, probably because I was leveling up Kachina. For my really crazy idea. Where in that was the Archon quest, okay, navigate. Where are my signs of can I teleport to this? Can. Perfect. Wonderful. Good. Oh yeah, I'm not feeling the best today, so probably not gonna be a very long stream, but
That's Wina, the
oh,
tribal chief. Let's head over to him.
okay. This is still the Archon. Yep, okay.
Chaska.
I don't remember exactly what we were supposed to be doing. Like, I remember we were supposed to be like saving Natlin from the abyss, from the Everflame, as it were, from going out, but I don't remember what we were doing exactly right now.
Nice to see you again, Wina. I'm afraid we don't have time for pleasantries, so I'll get right to it. We're here for the Spirit Speaker Stone.
Oh yeah, no, I
Whoa,
remember.
hold on a second. At least tell me why you need it first.
Because we wish to punch you violently in the face with it. Oh, give it to us.
My friend Kachina is trapped within the Night Kingdom. We need the stone to find her ancient name and rescue her.
Yeah, that,
Rescue her. From the Night
that,
Kingdom?
That's right.
I'm sorry, but someone needs to tell you what you don't want to hear. Going there, a mature warrior would never make such a foolish decision.
yeah, well, the Archon made that decision, so.
The nature of battle is unpredictable. You never know how it's going to end. Losing a
Foolish, I
friend
know.
is tragic, but when that happens, the best thing you can do is focus on how to prevent further casualties.
I appreciate what you're trying to say, Chief Wina. But if the price of maturity is abandoning a friend in need, I'll choose foolishness any day. If Kachina's still holding on, then so will I.
I
Thought you
like
might say
her.
that.
I like her a lot.
Is something wrong, Wina? This doesn't seem like you. Life isn't complete without taking risks. That's always been your mantra.
Wow. I think I like who he used to be as well, but why is he acting differently?
It's nothing. The Night Kingdom is a dangerous place.
Nothing.
Can't blame me for checking if you were up to the task.
Hmm.
If you're that determined, far be it from me to stop you. Here's the
Okay.
stone. Keep it safe, okay?
No.
It's not like we have a spare.
I don't want to keep it. Never mind, keep it safe.
Thank you.
Seems like you two go way back.
I know.
You
It's
from
to
the
save
forest, I bet,
Kachina, but
Chaska?
I don't wanna.
Chaska's a peacekeeper, so she's famous throughout the tribes. She's always the one people call to resolve conflicts, so we slowly got to know each other that way.
Ah.
Her younger sister Quichi's always hanging around our tribe, too. She's helped us out a lot in the past.
Oh, you have a younger sister?
Yes, I'll introduce you to her sometime. But let's get back to business. Wina, how do we use the stone?
Wait, we can
probably
use
know.
the stone?
Your intended destination is completely different from the real world. The Night Kingdom is like a river flowing with concepts. And the ancient name you seek is like a tiny fish swimming downstream.
I totally paid so much attention to all of this stuff. I know exactly what's going on and help.
In that sense, the stone is like a fishing boat drifting down
Help!
the river. But the boat alone isn't enough. You need a fisherman experienced enough to steer it in the right direction.
Yeah, that makes
We
sense.
couldn't do that ourselves.
With a little practice, I'm sure you could. You have the strength
Hmm.
and the talent. If you want to make sure this works, though, I could recommend someone to you.
That hairdo, though, like, how do you even get your hair up like that?
Vichama, a legendary warrior and scout from our tribe. He's got a keen eye and
Okay.
well-honed intuition. Even his ancient name means to seek. If you're fishing for a name, you're gonna want him on the boat.
Okay. What boat?
Bichama?
Hi.
Why does that name sound familiar?
Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well today. I'm not, but that's because I'm not feeling the best, so don't worry about that.
He's one of Auntie Atea's hot spring buddies. I've heard stories about him.
Hot spring buddies. Why does the word buddy sound so silly to me? Why does it sound so silly to me?
Where can we find him?
Buddy.
Ever since Malco passed, he spends most of his time gazing out at the scenery.
I
from
don't
the
think the word
rooftops.
itself really is
Follow the
that
path
silly,
that way,
but
and I'm
I
sure you'll
just
find
hear
it.
the word buddy and it sounds so
Thank you. We'll go look for
weird
him there.
in my head.
Good luck. I hope everything goes well.
Yeah, so do we. Because if everything doesn't go well, I guess we perished. Ah. Great. I love doing that. It's the funnest feeling. Okay, what? I definitely didn't almost just, you know, jump off that. It's fine.
Someone admiring the scenery from the cliff tops. Ah, that must be him.
Yeah, the only person there. Must be him. Good observation, Paimon.
Hello there, are you Bichama?
Genuinely amazing.
That's me. Did you need something?
No? Oh wait, we did, didn't we? Yes.
What? You're saying you can bring someone back from the Night Kingdom? How is that even possible?
Magic. Oh wait, that's like everything in Genshin. Never mind. I'm not technically wrong, but
No. If you really think about it, anything's possible in that kind of place.
yeah,
Would that
exactly.
mean-
With magic. Anything is possible with magic.
Are you okay? You don't look so good.
Whoa. Uh-oh. Did my mouse just die? Uh-oh. Huh? It tried to die.
Everything's
Mwahaha! Mwahaha!
But I do have a small request.
How small?
After I help you find Kachina's ancient name, I want to use the stone to look for my friends as well.
Oh, okay. Is that the part where you'll die and lose a stone?
Your friend? Oh, why
I
not
mean,
mention someone
cease
named
to
Malco?
exist and
Is that
lose
who
the
you're
stone?
talking about?
Yeah, that.
Yes, but I'd rather not get into it if it's all the same to you.
I think my mouse's battery might be dying. I don't
It's
want
not
it
a
to
problem.
happen on
Agree
stream.
to your request.
No!
Yeah. Since you're helping us find Kachina's ancient name, it's only right that we return the favor.
I could switch out the battery real
Then we're
quick,
agreed. Can I have a look at the stone?
but I'll need it to be... Yeah, look at this pebble. Oh, those are all used up. It's fine. Ignore all the strange noises I'm
See.
making.
From what I can tell, it functions almost like an abyssal pylon. Both connect the Night Kingdom to the living world.
Okay, give me a battery.
Once the connection is established, the abyss will come surging through the opening like a predator honing in on the scent of blood. So
Ah,
we have to be sure not to use it in a tribal settlement.
yeah, that
Wow, you got all that
sounds
just from looking at it?
horrific. Several ways.
I just picked up on the basics.
Aha!
I still have no idea how
Okay.
it works. You said someone named Lali invented this. It must be a
Sure.
genius.
I know exactly who invented that. Why did Reza just open
I'll go
itself?
find an open area and start
Go
setting
away.
things up. In the meantime, I need you to get 2 things for me.
What are the 2 things?
We'll
Tell
go
me.
right away. What do you need?
Do you need magic? Blood for the blood god? Wait.
First,
It's
I'll need some hook
different.
ropes. Pretty much every store around here carries them, so no need to go anywhere special. Oh, and I need to build a net out of them, so make sure you get a good amount.
Okay. Sure.
Are you saying you're going to use a real net to catch Kachina's ancient name? How does that work when one's tangible and one's not?
Ah, that makes sense. I mean, hey, using a net,
Creating something
why wouldn't that
tangible
work, right?
like a net, we can create a
Come on,
connection
that'll
to a
work
corresponding
perfectly fine.
concept in the Night Kingdom. Basically, I'm going to use the concept of a net to catch something equally intangible, an ancient name.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
So you're gonna use
What about the
magic, is
second
what
thing
you're
you
saying.
Right. I need 2 chunks of obsidian. Once we bring the ancient names into our world, we'll need a place to store them.
Okay.
Normally, you can only get obsidian from the Children of Echoes, but I heard there's a traveling merchant from that tribe around here somewhere, so maybe you can try your luck there.
Wow. The plotline twist
All
is
right, let's split up.
really
See that
convenient.
clearing? Let's meet over there when you're done.
Mhm.
Oh, and you can send someone with me if you want. In case you're worried I might take the stone for myself.
What do you think, Chaska?
Sure. Now I'm worried you might. I wasn't before.
There's no need. Wayna spoke highly of you. That means you're trustworthy.
I appreciate it,
Yeah, okay.
even though that doesn't mean much to me anymore.
Trust the elf, I suppose.
Anyway, it'll take some time to set everything up, so no need to rush. I'll see you in a bit.
When is a bit? Is it now? Can it be now? I'd like it to be now.
What an odd guy. He seemed so defeated, but also really invested in the stone at the same time.
It's because the stone defeated him and he wants revenge.
I don't have any more insight than you, Paimon. Let's just focus on the preparations for now.
Okay.
Hang on, Kachina. We're coming for you.
Yeah. Anyway. Oh. When did my party change to that? Right, when I was grinding for Kachina's stuff. Of course. That makes sense. I don't know why I didn't think of that. I do actually. It's because I'm not feeling the best right now, but don't worry about it. Boing, boing, boing. So many people are going to hate that. Okay. Make preparations. Where's the preparations? And why is the preparations? And why is this the cutest loli?
Hello.
Yes, I
Do you
want
have any hook
an
ropes
answer
yourself?
for all of those things. In succession. You clearly have to remember all of them and give me the answers for all of them, even though you probably have no idea what I'm going on about. Yes.
Hookups? As in rock climbing equipment?
Yeah, that.
Yes. How much for your whole stock?
Oh, wow, that's.
Oh, the whole thing? Let me see. That would be 30,000 more in total. Deal?
That's.
Wait.
Okay, you
Really?
just took. Okay.
What, you want me to
This-
drive down the price?
That's a lot
We just
more.
want these
But
as
you know
fast
what?
as possible. Thanks.
Oh,
No
Fair
problem
enough.
at all. I'll even pass along some information on the house. These ropes are usually used by rock climbing enthusiasts. If you
Okay.
want to learn, Roka's the person you want to ask.
Okay.
All right. That's everything. Here you go.
Now
Thank
need the
you.
obsidian. Let's go talk to the traveling merchant Bichama mentioned.
She was very nice and couldn't believe someone wanted all of the rope. To be fair, I wouldn't
Excuse
be
me,
able to believe
Do
that
you sell
either.
obsidian?
Why, yes. I've got a chunk for sale right over there.
Whoa, it's
Perfect.
pretty.
Is that the only one, though? We actually need two.
That might be tough. Tell you what, I'll take a look through these boxes over here, and we'll see what we can find.
Maybe
Thank
more
you so
obsidian?
much.
Wait,
We'll wait here.
it'd be great if you could, if you did that. If you had that. Yeah? Yeah?
Relax.
Makes finger guns at
Everything's
you?
going
Because
according to
I
plan.
don't think the
I know.
webcam's
it's just,
picking that up.
I could tell Vichama feels the same
What
way about his
happened?
friend that I do about Kachina.
I just hit my ears.
I hope this chunk of obsidian isn't the only one. Kachina always carries
You
all
know,
sorts
these
of
floppy
shiny
things
stones
on
with
top
her.
of my head that are
If I was
definitely
the
on
cat captain
fish
in Night Kingdom,
and
she'd
not
have a
cats.
whole pile of obsidian ready in a heartbeat.
Well, would you look at
Yep.
that? I did bring an extra. Here you go, young lady. How does it look?
It looks like what we need.
Perfect! Thank you. How much do I owe you?
If you hadn't shown up, these stones would have just sat here collecting dust. I'll take 3,000 mora for both. Here you go. By the way, I heard you mention Vichama just now. You running an errand for him then? How's he doing?
Maybe.
Malcolm
Yeah, that's
been
what we're doing.
gone
That's
for
exactly
5
what we're
years
doing.
now.
Yeah.
It's about time he started to move forward.
Do we know
Oh.
what happened between them?
I heard about it in passing while I was out drinking one night, but I don't know all the details. Bichama and Malco grew up together, and even made a name for themselves together.
Don't we
Malco
all
was an
have
amazing
names? Hang
fighter,
on.
capable of knocking out multiple opponents in a single hit,
Okay.
while Vichama excelled at scouting and analyzing the battlefield. The two made an excellent team, and managed to beat back the Abyss several times. 5 years
Awesome.
ago, they
Can we
both
go
emerged
there
triumphant
yet?
in the pilgrimage, and were placed on the same team to fight the Abyss.
I'm
On
so
the eve of
impatient.
battle, the Abyss launched an attack on their tribe, and
I'm
Vichama
so
suffered an injury to his
impatient.
leg while attempting to rescue someone.
Then what happened?
Probably magic.
The team agreed that he couldn't fight the Abyss in his condition.
Oh.
Vichama didn't
Logic,
argue.
sorry.
He knew going to the front lines with an injured leg would make him a burden in battle. So they raised the issue with the Pyro Archon, and she agreed to let him stay behind. It's
Oh.
just Melko and the others ended up facing hordes of abyssal monsters in numbers that far exceeded anyone's expectations. The team made an error in judgment, and they fell to the onslaught.
Oh,
Vichama
good.
went into a deep depression after that. He blames himself for everything.
Yeah.
You're not wrong, but it's possible he chooses to blame himself. Not because he did something wrong, but because he wasn't able to do anything at all. I tried convincing him to move forward,
Okay.
eek.
Eek.
dwelling on the past. But the
Eek.
shadow of Malco's death hangs over him still. The
Uh,
Abyss has caused so much suffering, and some wounds never heal. I wish there was something he could do to make himself feel better. But,
well,
anyway, that's the gist of
wounds
it.
do heal unless
Maybe you could
you
help me
die
talk
to them.
things through
So,
sometime.
I
I would really appreciate it.
wounds either heal relatively soon or you don't heal ever. But it's scars that don't heal, isn't it? Whatever. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Oh, what? Why am I a chicken? I don't want to read it. Wait. There we go. Give me the Primo Gem. Okay, so I can do this when... I'll be honest, the only reason I looked at that was to look at the pictures so I could figure it out. Because if it weren't for the pictures... Ah! That's the button. I would have never figured that out.
Did you get
Pictures
everything?
help me learn way faster than words do. Unless I'm hearing the words, of course.
Yep, it's all here. When do we start?
Don't make me read unless it's fun reading, or else. Ah!
I've made all the necessary adjustments, so we're good to go.
Ah.
As agreed, I'll help you find Kachina's ancient name.
Yes.
And you return the favor.
Yeah, I
ahead.
want to ask a question, but I have no idea what the question is.
Yes. After Malco fell, I scoured the battlefield to see what happened. It turned out he wasn't bested by some impossibly powerful foe. He was dragged to his grave by the sheer number of enemies.
I mean, yeah, numbers are.
If I had been there, I would have been able to sense the danger. I could have warned them not to advance.
Okay.
I've always
I don't.
blamed myself for what happened. But when you told me about Kachina, I realized there's a chance Malco might also be alive, fighting for survival in the Night Kingdom.
Yeah.
But that happened several years ago, right? The Pyro Archon said all life within the Night Kingdom eventually becomes one with the Sea of Souls.
There might not be much hope, but I still have to try. Malco and I promised each other, even if we never managed to root out the Abyss for good, we would fight together until the end.
I mean, makes sense.
All right, let's get to it.
He
I'll
just
start
wants a
searching for the
chance.
conceptualized version of Kachina's ancient name. If you see any fragments scattered around the area, please collect them.
Okay. And the magical
sure you
magic
prepare yourselves for
begins.
As I said, the stone will link the mortal realm to the Night Kingdom. The Abyss will likely emerge in response.
Okay.
Look at that golden thing. It must be one of those fragments Vichama mentioned. Let's get closer.
It keeps running away. Gib. So the little diamond thing in the middle is what I'm trying to fill up. Is what I'm getting from this. Does it go down again if I don't grab them quick enough? Oh no. Oh, who didn't see that coming though? He literally just said this is probably going to be the exact thing that happens.
Take flight.
Wow, he was not lying and also telling the truth? Wow. It's almost as if a lot of people don't lie in this. Unless they're like evil. I don't think he's evil. Unless he is lying about that. Ah! Okay. I don't know. The conspiracy theorist in me just starts jumping out like crazy. Don't worry. I know the truth. He is actually the end boss of Natlan. Yeah. He's the guy that will fight at the very end.
How much longer, Vichama?
Not long. We're getting close.
Oh yeah, awesome. Did I miss a fragment or something? Oops. I didn't miss anything. I've gotten everything that existed. It's fine. Nothing happened. Especially nothing bad. Everything's fine. Everything's good. We're all good and fine. Is this like a... Oh, okay, it's not a barrier I couldn't pass. I think this one is, though. Yeah. Do we win now? Is Is it victory? Have we conquered the heavenly principles? Hello? Are you alive, sir?
Quick, take it!
Uh,
I found Kachina's ancient name. Hang in there, Malko. Just a little longer.
Something's not right. The power of the Abyss is getting stronger.
what? That's not right. Why? How do you know that's
The
not
Abyss is
right?
corroding his
What if it's a
body.
good thing?
Vichama, you can't keep going. You'll die.
Oh.
I should have died 5 years ago.
No, you shouldn't have.
I just need a little more
That's a
time.
terrible thing to
Please,
say
I'm
about
almost there.
yourself.
Thank you.
Okay, if you really want to, oh.
Whoa, watch out! The power of the Abyss is strong.
I'm trying to tap as fast as I can. I'm using 2 of my fingers to do it. Ah! Ow!
Hanging
Did
in
it
there?
work?
Malko. No! Why can't I find him? Why?
Cause
We can't wait any longer.
he
Pull
has
away from the
deceased,
stone
I'm
wall.
afraid.
I already tried, but the power of the Abyss has him in a chokehold. It's like he's tied to the stone with an invisible rope.
What?
In that case, we have no choice. I'm sorry, Seed Lolly. Get back!
Oh.
Chaska, wait!
Did that work?
Ouch! What happened just now? It looked like the spirit speaker
it-
stone was...
Destroyed,
The
yeah.
stone's power was spiraling out of control. The only way to stop it was to destroy it.
Yeah.
You were all caught in the shockwave of the explosion. You might feel dizzy for a while.
I gotta be honest,
normal.
saying, get out of the way, and then instantly shooting, probably not the... okay.
Give us a heads up next time, will you? You're lucky we managed to dodge it in time.
Yeah, what she's
I
saying.
thought I said to get back.
Yeah, barely a second before you made it go poof. Not everyone has your reflexes, Chaska. We were this close to getting dragged into the explosion.
I mean, I'm sure some people would actually be able to react that quickly and just jump out of the way the moment you're just like, get out of the way. But... yes, hello there. Adorable little face you're making.
Okay, I'll be more careful next time.
At least Kachina's ancient name is still in one piece. Wait, where's Vichama?
He's...
Vichama!
mourning the loss of a rock. I know it's the loss of, like, the ability to get his friend back, but come on, saying the loss of a rock is way funnier.
Couldn't find Malko's ancient name. It must be completely gone by now.
Yeah, I was afraid you'd find that
Once your
out.
ancient name disappears, there's no coming back. From the very beginning, I knew there was a slim chance, but still.
I gotta be honest, Natlandians are lucky. I mean, a lot of other kingdoms don't even get the chance to be resurrected at all.
And now... it's too late to save him. From the minute he left that day, it was already too late.
I don't think that's the correct... Okay,
Vichama.
whatever, it's fine. You're not technically wrong that it's too late now, though, so...
I'm sure he's heard enough condolences over the years. Let's just give him some space.
I don't think he has, or else he wouldn't be feeling this way
What's
still.
that in your hands, Vichama? It looks like something's glowing.
Huh? This is...
It's a rock. I believe you called it obsidian, and you wanted it, right?
Hey, Malko. Got any strength left?
Not enough to swing a sword, but to say a few last words? Sure.
Too bad. No one will get to hear them.
Oof. Well, hey, we're hearing them now. I know you
I
can't
never
hear
thought
us,
I'd actually
but
die on this mission. Not that I'm afraid to die. It's just hard
no,
thinking about my
no,
mom's face when she hears the
don't
news.
make me feel things. Don't make me feel things. Ah.
Guess I have something to be thankful for then.
Uh,
My parents died a long time ago. They won't have to mourn me.
oof. This is just so sad. Ah.
Pisak! Always had to beat
This
me at
is
everything,
so
didn't you?
sad.
Right to the end, you were never one for goodbyes. Maybe you're right. Maybe no one will get to hear our last words. But just in case.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you didn't come with us. Don't be sad.
Aw.
Just keep on living. For the both of us.
Aw.
Was that a memory?
Was that sad?
Seems like we were able to salvage something after all.
I can't help but make fun of Paimon. I'm sorry. It's just it's programmed into my blood, into my very being. I can't not do it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Seeing him, hearing his voice again, it makes me unbelievably happy. But
That's good.
it also brings with it an even deeper pain.
Less good.
A deeper pain? Why?
Oh, Paimon.
Malko was always the type to put on a brave face.
Paimon
In
is
that
just an
moment just now,
emotional
his
void.
hands were shaking, and his smile was forced.
Uh-huh.
For all these years, I regretted not being able to fight alongside him to the end. And now I know, at the end of his life, he was thinking the same thing.
Bichama.
No, stop being sad. Ah.
I heard Chief Wina wasn't really on board with your plan to go to the Night Kingdom. When you asked for my help, I hesitated too. I knew helping you find your friend's ancient name meant leading you one step closer to danger.
I've been many steps closer to danger than this. Don't worry about it. That's fine.
I also understood why you had to try. Everyone has regrets in life, but not everyone gets the chance to make up for them.
Yeah.
Once allowed to fester, guilt strips us of our most valuable qualities as warriors. In that sense, we might as well choose the braver path from the very beginning. If I could do it all over again, I would have followed Malko to the front lines no matter what. Even with an injured leg, there were still things I could have done. That way,
I don't
even
think...
if the outcome stayed the same, I still would have fought alongside him to the end.
Yep, you would have died as
There
well.
are critical junctures in
Come
life,
on.
and if you don't
Value
seize the chance,
yourself.
there's no going back.
And I know it is a little bit hypocritical of me to say that when it's really hard for me to do the same thing. But I'm trying, okay?
That's something
Ah!
I had to learn in hindsight. But you're still at the crossroads of your journey, so I hope you can walk away without regrets.
I have so far.
Thank you, Vichama. I feel even more determined now. Kachina will come back to us. I'll make sure of it. I promised I would find her.
You have
and I
her
intend to
ancient
keep that
name, so
promise.
that probably helps, right?
That's good to hear.
Right?
Strange. My body, it's
dying. Help.
Once abyssal corrosion enters the body, a portion will fuse itself to your internal organs. Even though the Traveler possesses powers of purification, the corrosion can never be fully eradicated.
Oh.
Thanks to her,
Good.
though, you were only briefly exposed. Slowing your breathing and controlling your emotions should help you keep the symptoms in check.
Okay. Can it be a happy end to the story?
Huh. That does make me feel better. You seem very knowledgeable about all this.
Yeah.
Just speaking from experience, that's all.
Anyway, we've recovered Kachine's ancient name, so we're off to a great start. Let's get Vtama back to his tribe and tell Wina the good news.
Oh yeah, that.
Oh, and apologize for destroying the spirit speaker stone. We had no choice though, so he'll probably understand. Right?
No, probably not. He'll understand, right? 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 People? Where are you going? Wait, have you run away? Like, this is a bad idea. Hello?
Koichi, are you really gonna just stand there like that? I don't know what you want from me.
I think you know exactly what I'm trying to say, Uncle Wina. I can hear it in your voice.
Honestly, it's just one thing after another with you two. They're back.
Koichi? What are you doing here?
Don't play dumb with your own sister. You know exactly why I'm here.
She's
My
committing
apologies,
magic.
everyone. I just need to borrow Chaska for a few minutes. You come with me.
Okay.
I'll be just a moment.
What?
Who is that?
Koichi,
Okay.
Chaska's younger sister. Although the two aren't actually related by blood, it's kind of a long story.
Okay.
It's not really my story to tell, but I guess it's not a secret. You see, Chaska was actually raised by cuckoo sores. She was afflicted with a rare disease when she was a child, and abandoned in the wild as a result. The Abyss found her out there, all on her own, and tried to devour her. But in the end, all that did was trigger her will to live.
I mean,
strength of will
that's
pushed her
a good
to
thing,
survive.
triggering your own
But it
will
also
to live,
planted
yeah.
a seed of conflict within her. Eventually, she was adopted by the cuckoo source.
Okay.
Wherever they went, she followed, getting into fights right and left.
For some reason, Paimon can totally imagine that.
Well, when Chaska finally returned to human society, it was Koichi's parents who adopted her. At the time, Chaska still had a habit of getting into fights, so Koichi was always taking her around, apologizing to everyone.
I remember those days. One of those fights was definitely with me. But, you know, kids. You're fighting one minute and your friend's the next.
I'm still curious as to why she is, like, really pale and looks like an elf. Whereas, like, everyone else is not that pale and doesn't look like an elf.
Eventually, she found a way to rein in that desire to fight. And now she's who people call to resolve conflicts. She's known as the Peacemaker.
Could she learn to make peace with herself?
It sounds like she's still
I'm gonna
argues
guess
with
that's the
Koichi, though.
answer.
Don't siblings usually stop fighting when they get older?
No. I can tell you for a fact, a lot of siblings do not stop fighting when they get
That's partly
older.
my fault. Koichi asked me to stop Chaska from doing anything dangerous, but you probably know by now, once Chaska makes up her mind, there's no changing it.
Oh, I get it. No wonder you tried to talk us out of going to the Night Kingdom. Chaska even said that wasn't like you.
I'm all for your
right,
adventure.
yeah.
You need to take risks when you're young, because by the time you're my age, you couldn't attempt something like that even if you wanted to. Better try now than live with regrets later. That's what I say. Still, I can understand where Koichi's coming from. In the end, nobody wants to sit back and let a loved one put their life on the line.
I mean, yeah, yeah.
All right, it's just the two of us now. You have 1 minute to explain yourself.
I don't have anything to say. You don't have to approve, but you should know I only do what's necessary.
That attitude is exactly the problem. It's like you don't care. You try to sneak off to the Night Kingdom behind my back and then play it down as if it's just a trip abroad.
Because it is a trip abroad. It's a trip abroad another dimension entirely.
Well, technically I am going abroad, right?
Exactly.
Again with the excuses! We agreed, didn't we? There are 4 levels of danger. If it's not something urgent, you can only engage in level 2 danger and below. You can only go up to level 3 if a situation is so dire there's absolutely no alternative.
This lady sounds like my mother, and I don't like her.
But a trip to the Night Kingdom? If that's not a level 4, I don't know what is. And you were just going to sneak into the place without saying anything.
What do you mean, sneak into the place? I always planned on walking in there with my head held high.
You bought off Uncle Wina, didn't you? He promised me he'd stop you from doing anything dangerous. Oh, it's like he didn't even try.
You feel like he went back on his word. What if I told you my mind was made up, and there was nothing he could have done? Not even by force.
That sounds... This lady sounds like me. I like her. She even has the nice red hair, and I love red. Okay, it's a maroon, but it's still a shade of red, and I stand by what I said.
Oh, I knew it! So he did try to say something, but you didn't listen.
Fight! 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 Fight!
This is important. If you were in my shoes, you'd make the same decision.
You don't know that? I'm a doctor, and I handle logistics. If you're going to waltz into a dangerous situation where you could lose control at any moment, it's my duty to say something.
Is it your duty to also be yelling constantly? Because you seem to love doing that.
All right, whatever. Anything else?
You... What do you mean, anything else? Why don't you reflect on what you've done and promise me you'll stay put?
Because I don't like listening to you because you sound extremely bossy and like you don't care about my point of view. I may be projecting about my own life and people I've known who are like this.
Time out. Is this one of our normal arguments or a serious one?
Chaska, does it sound like I'm joking?
No, it sounds like you're bossy and you don't care what I think.
Then you need to know something. What happened to Kachina was partially my fault. I can't leave her there to die. That's not who I am.
I like this lady. I like her a lot.
But the person you become when you lose control, that's also not who you are.
That's a different issue. You said it yourself. A person is only as good as their morals.
I've also
Oops.
told you that
Okay.
Sometimes you have to make sacrifices. All right, let's stop this here. If we keep going, I might actually have to get serious. And I think Wina prefers his roof attached to his house.
Is that a threat? That sounds like a threat to me.
You sound like you're extremely unable to let go of bossing other people around. And I don't like you.
Koichi! Younger sisters are supposed to listen to their elders.
So, you're really going to go, no matter what I say? I'm supposed to be your sister.
Yeah? Then why aren't you more supportive? 'Cause I've seen two kinds of sisters. The kind you've been being and the kind that bosses other people around. And I'll tell you, the kind that... Wait. That's both the same kind. And the kind that's supportive. And I'll tell you, the kind that's supportive is much more sisterly and...
Then support me.
less...
I'll be back. All you have to do is wait.
Chaska, So, that's it. Why'd you have to turn out to be so darn annoying?
Yeah, I grew up with sisters, and I gotta say they were just like that, and I don't like any of them. And then I found other people online who I
Something you
call
wanted to say?
sisters, and they're actually supportive. And what do you know? I actually see them as sisters because they care about me.
I know you aren't related by blood,
Surprising, right?
but you two sure are similar.
Really?
You know, I said that very thing to Koichi not too long ago, and she reacted the exact same way, down to the very tone of voice. It's not my place to get involved, but I will say this. Try to spend a little more time with your sister. You're tough kids. That doesn't mean you have to go it alone.
Thank you.
I mean, yeah, he's not wrong. If you can repair a relationship, it's probably best to try and do it.
Anytime. All right. If you're done
But
with the
there are
spirit
some
speaker stone, you
relationships
might as
that
well hand
are
it over.
repairable, sadly.
According to Kinich, it's an important ceremonial artifact, so it'd be safer to keep it with me.
About that.
If only Tonegif Bard was here, he could have repaired it just like the Holy Liar.
It might be in a few more pieces than you.
Huh?
It might be in a few more pieces than you remember.
I see.
Don't worry about that. It's fine.
Sounds like it was an urgent situation. If someone's life was on the line, then you had no choice. Still. Stuff.
Okay.
I'll explain everything to her later. Stay safe out there in the Night Kingdom, okay? I'll wait here for your safe return.
Okay. So we have to actually go physically find her now, don't we? Oh dear. This is gonna go well, right? Oh. 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 World exploration, Natlan quests. What? Okay. Buh. Oh. That's the thing I want. Oh, you know that's the thing I want. But... Okay, so... That's the normal, like, unlocking things and gaining levels. I can't do the easy stuff until I gain level 1. Please tell me this is the, main quest stuff, or at least... I should be able to at least look up these quests and do them at some point. That's true. And if I look them up on stream, I'll make sure to only look up where to find the start of the quest, so I don't have the rest of it spoiled. Oh wait, where am I going? All the way over there. Good thing I looked before I just traveled across the middle of nowhere for 5 hours till I finally got there. Oh, yep. I don't think I'm supposed to be... Yeah, this way. So yeah, even the reputation seems to work differently in Natlan. What doesn't work differently in Natlan? What? Am I... What? Where am I going? This is the most intuitive pathway I've ever seen in my life. The intuitiveness of it. It hurts. It hurts because it sucks. I still have so much to explore. I still have 4 regions to explore, so much of. And Ellen will be around for a long time. I'll be able to do it all, let's face it. I didn't... Yeah, jump on the door, that's exactly what I wanted. Thank you. Jumping on the door instead of opening it. Yeah.
We're back! We found Kachina's ancient name, too!
Well, it's fairly complicated. Let me give you the condensed version.
Mm.
The Vtuber again? We can't go anywhere without them causing trouble.
Hey, it's not their fault. They just have an evil Archon. Or what appears to be an evil Archon. I'm still not entirely convinced that she's evil, but we'll see, I guess.
But what if the Fatui finds out you've lost your power? Won't they try to take advantage of the situation?
That's why it has to be our little secret. No one else can know, or we're asking for trouble.
Yeah, true.
Look, I wish I could offer you some sort of consolation, but I won't lie to you. With multiple factions closing in, there's nothing comforting about the situation we're facing.
Yeah.
Still, all you need to do is focus on your goal. You can leave the complicated matters to me.
Okay. Fiery
Also
lady,
stepping on the Pyro Archon's
whose
path.
hair is made
There's
of
a limit to
fire.
what I can accomplish, but I'll help you however I can.
And personality is
There's no
also
need
made
to
of
be so
fire.
modest, Dion-san. Your incredible strength has long been a well-known fact. You're the pride of your tribe.
Archon, I'm sorry about before. You have so much on your plate. So much that you have to worry about. But all I could do was focus on my own feelings.
You have nothing to be sorry about. We all get overwhelmed by our emotions, myself included. Your reaction to Kachina's disappearance, I understand that feeling very well.
You know, she is probably the most human of all Archons that we've run across yet. In the way that she just understands common people more than anyone else. But she's still an Archon.
Well, now that we have Kachina's ancient name, let's go track her down. Follow me.
Oh, pretty. That I always love that.
What is this
I love
place?
light rays pouring into a room, especially if they're like moonlight. Ugh, I love that so much. Ah! Give it to me.
Hey, isn't that Atea's talisman?
No. Wait.
Good eye. This is where I store all the various mementos I've collected.
That is a few.
Whoa. I've never seen this place before. There's so many things in here.
Yeah,
It looks
no
like there are
kidding.
items from every tribe.
Also,
Collecting them must have taken a lot of effort.
I just realized Mualani's eyes actually have little fish icons in them.
I suppose you could think of it as a
Like the
hobby
rest
of
of her
sorts.
eyes are
In Natlan, everyone
kind of
grows up
reddish
listening
color,
to the
and then the
stories of
fish
heroes,
icons are a little bit blue.
and physical items do a far better job of preserving those stories than our own memory.
I guess so.
Now, I still have some preparations
I feel
to
like
make
the
for
memories
ceremony,
help, though.
so feel free to take a look around in the meantime.
No, I don't wanna. I want to just sit here and pout.
If you're curious about an item, I'm more than willing to tell you about its origins.
Okay.
Alright, we'll have a look.
Says who, Paimon? Oh, you, right. Of course you do. Yeah. She has little fish icons in her eyes, and that's just so cute. So cute. Talisman.
This is Atea's talisman.
I'm sure you're familiar with this one already. Atea was rarely ever without it. The talisman brought her a lot of luck in battle.
Ah. Interesting. Fish.
Hey, there's a fishing rod here. It must have belonged to the people of the springs.
Fishing rod.
That's right. It belongs to a legendary fisherman named Matavaru. I have his entire set of fishing equipment, actually.
Ah.
He and I met in a tavern. He told me about a particular kind of giant fish and his meticulous plan to catch it. In his eyes, I saw a hunger and a strong fighting spirit. To him, the sea was the battlefield upon which he staked his honor.
I don't think the ocean is a battlefield unless you have like battleships or something. Then it's just cool.
The next time I saw him, he was covered in scars. It turned out the fish he sought had been corroded by the abyss.
Oof.
He managed to kill the fish, but sustained a serious injury in the process, which meant he could never go deep-sea fishing again.
Oof.
The fisherman claimed victory if he fails to bring back his catch. That's what he asked me in the end.
Well,
okay.
I thinks he won.
That was my answer as well. The experience was far more valuable than the prize itself. In the end, he didn't want his tools to go to waste, so he gave them to me.
Wait, that means you also know how to fish.
Maybe we can go head-to-head sometime.
No thanks. I don't know much about how to fish. I know how to human, but I don't know how to fish. That's catching humans, by the way.
Whoa, this weapon is huge! Which tribe did it belong to?
Ah, that weapon belonged to Tenoch, a hero from 500 years ago. Strictly speaking, he didn't belong to any single tribe.
Ah.
That's because even before the disaster with the Abyss broke out, he had already been exiled.
Oof.
Exiled?
Yes, Paimon, do you know what that means?
But he accepted it all the same. He believed it was what he deserved.
Oof.
When the Abyss attacked, the tribes found themselves in urgent need of a powerful figure to lead them into the battle. And there was no one more courageous or resolute than him.
Huh?
He united the 6 tribes and accomplished great feats throughout the war. Ultimately, he perished. And because he had already lost his ancient name, the Ode of Resurrection was unable to bring him back. And so, he was laid to rest, alongside the countless warriors and civilians who lost their lives, buried in the soil of his native land.
Wow, he sounds like a true hero.
Indeed. Even now, his story is told throughout the land.
Okay. Can I hear stories about your fiery hair? Because it's really cool looking. Her fiery hair is cool, okay? It's so pretty to look at. Ah! Ugh, I want hair like that.
There are so many jars and potions around here. Do they have anything to do with alchemy?
Probably.
No, those belong to the Masters of the Nightwind. Their ceremonial
Oh,
tools
sorry.
used to amplify
Right.
the ability to communicate with the Night Kingdom and the Wyab.
Useless stuff that doesn't actually work. Got it.
Maya is an expert in this field, and she taught me a lot. Even though she appears stoic and serious, she actually has a keen sense of humor.
Right.
The tools you see here are quite traditional. Her students found them outdated, so she passed them on to me. The
Okay.
contents of the jars aren't all that special. Oh, except the big jar in the middle. That's what she really wanted to give me.
Ooh, must be something really cool. What's inside?
Grape juice.
I love that answer so much.
It's quite tasty, although probably expired by now.
I don't know why, but I love her attitude towards things. It's so just matter of fact and like straight to the point.
The Collective of Plenty are known for their bodybuilding competitions and contests of strength. This belt is a symbol of great honor within the tribe. The association with strength might also have been the reason the original belt was extremely heavy. It was difficult for even 2 people to lift. And even if a warrior had the strength to put it on, wearing it for any length of time would still leave them gasping for breath.
Sounds like it.
So the owner of the original belt, Kitera, commissioned a craftsman to make a copy identical in appearance but far lighter in weight. That is the belt you see before you. He would often wear this version when training in order to protect his waist.
Or he made a lighter version so he could wear it all the time and show it off.
Wow, Paimon used logic. Who knew it was possible? Well, what do you want? I'm done? Awesome. I'm done with that too? Wow. Cool. I guess.
Powder still needs some time to settle, so let's wait a little longer.
What if I don't wanna?
Well, what do you think of my collection? Do you feel like you have a better understanding of Natlan's culture now?
Not really, but...
Yeah, if each item represents a different story, seems like Natlan's really been through a lot.
I understand that it's a place that confuses me. That's as far as I understand.
Does every item hold a special memory, just like Atea's talisman?
That's right. The items in my collection actually serve a similar purpose to the ancient names passed down among the tribes.
Huh.
They demonstrate the true shape of time.
The shape of time?
Time has a shape? I mean, I knew it was quote-unquote relative, but
Most people perceive
I didn't
time
think it
as
was
linear
a relative
concept,
of a
almost
shape.
like a straight line that can only move forward. We cannot change the past or predict the future. But there's also a different theory, one that I believe to be closer to the truth. Namely, that the past, present, and future all exist at once.
I believe you might be slightly crazy. And you could be right, but I don't...
Once? Paimon's not sure she understands.
Don't worry, Paimon. I don't understand either. It's not because you're really, really stupid.
Let's say your journey ended right now. Thinking back on your experience in each nation, which one would you say was the most important?
Fontaine.
Exactly. Even at the end of your journey, the things you experienced along the way don't cease to exist. They become part of who you are.
And yeah, every kingdom was an experience. It wasn't all bad. But... Fontaine.
Take out a portion of that journey, and you would likely make very different decisions, and eventually arrive at a very different destination.
And you're right. But I still feel like Fontaine was the most important, because I loved it the most.
The future is the same
And
way.
it made me the happiest.
It exists even though it has yet to come to pass. We just lack the means to perceive it.
now you're going into the, like, fate and people don't have a choice and every decision you make is predetermined thing, and I don't believe in that whatsoever.
Of course, there are those with the power to foresee the future. They simply call it by a different name. Fate.
Yeah, it's,
You're quite familiar with that concept, I would imagine.
Uh-huh.
That does kinda make sense. The future hasn't happened, but already exists.
Yeah, when you put it that way, Paimon, that's exactly how I feel about it. Makes absolutely no sense.
Humanity excels at living in the present, but too often we forget the past and neglect the future.
I feel like that's not true of people at all. People think about the past and the future way too much and don't live in the present whatsoever.
While the pilgrimage and the Night Warden Wars lead us to a better future.
In my opinion, it's best to look forward to the future, accept the past, and leave it behind, and just live in the time you're living. Because if you're ever going to live life, why not do it now, right? Even if things suck, and a lot of things in the past have sucked for me, but I just kept living because why not? What's looking towards the future too much gonna do for me now? It's not gonna make life any better. Even if plans make life better later, I can make the plans whenever I'm feeling better.
Only
So
by
why not
uniting
just
the
live
people of
now?
Natlan across countless eras can we fight back against an enemy as formidable as the Abyss.
Oh, I get it. So we're gonna have to bring back people from the past and bring in people from the future to fight this foe. Is that what the plot of this story
The
is
first Pyro
gonna
Archon
be?
must have possessed a level of insight I can only imagine. That's correct.
Ah.
At first, he was a mortal man with no special power. After he ascended to the divine
Interesting.
throne, he used it to borrow power from the heavens and establish the rules of Natlan. Namely, a framework through which ordinary people can ascend to Archonhood. By holding the pilgrimage, we're able to determine the strongest among us, and when that person ascends to the divine throne, their inner flame will awaken. In addition, the sacred flame will grant them significant knowledge and memory of this land. After all, that's how I came to know everything I just told you.
Makes sense.
So it all comes down to the power of the divine throne and the rules.
Yeah.
Wait,
Have you been paying attention to anything, Paimon? Anything?
Yes, that's my mother, father, younger sister, and the little saurians we raised.
That's adorable. She has or had a family. Cute. They all look so fiery.
I turned a piece of my dad's leather armor into a canvas and commissioned a famous artist to paint our likeness.
Your sister is so cute! It looks like the two of you are really close. Paimon was having a hard time thinking of an Archon as an ordinary person, but seeing this portrait, it kind of makes sense now. It really doesn't look like there was anything special about you before. Oh, wait, is Paimon allowed to say that?
Wow, Paimon. Nice insult.
A little late for that question, don't you think?
Good one. Ouch.
Sorry! Paimon's so sorry! Paimon's mouth works faster than her brain sometimes!
Yeah, don't worry. We all know that one.
It's all right. I'd never get upset over something like that.
It's alright, Paimon. We all know.
No matter what others may say, my past is a precious part of my identity. I'm forever proud of the life I used to lead. Becoming the Archon doesn't mean you sever ties with your family. The position just comes with a lot of responsibilities, so it impacts how often you get to see them.
Yeah, no kidding.
My father made the most delicious stew, so my sister would often bring me a large pot of his cooking, and we would sit on a blanket and eat it together. One time, we didn't close the door securely, and the saurians you were raising ran into the room and knocked over the entire pot. My sister immediately burst into tears. The two troublemakers were going for the meat, but when they saw my sister's distress, they froze on the spot. I still remember the way they laid there, sulking like a pair of children, even after making such a mess. It was frustrating, but in the end, all I could do was comfort my sister and move on.
Wow.
Isn't that what being a family is all about?
I guess so.
I think about that story a lot, actually. As the Archon, I made a vow to defend this nation, and experiences like that, they remind me exactly what I'm trying to protect.
I guess that makes sense. Having the Archon just be an ordinary person means that they are going to fight for the kingdom that much more, I suppose.
Well, what happened after that? This portrait looks pretty old. Your sister must be all grown up by now, right?
I believe she ended up working as an architect and artist. She built many houses and crafted many beautiful works of art. Anyway, that's enough about me. Now that the powder is settled, we can begin. Ian-san, Mulani, Chaska, over here please. Place the ancient name up there, and then we'll begin.
Okay. Up where?
Surely as the echoes of life resound through heaven and earth, so too shall our stories remain eternal.
Okay.
Ancient name, take us to your fated bearer. Allow her to answer our call.
Whoa! Magic. It's magic.
Am I hallucinating again?
Kachina, are you okay?
Huh? I'm not seeing things, am I? Is the Abyss playing tricks on me again?
It's okay, Kachina. It's just us. We're trying to find a way to bring you back.
Everyone, you have to listen to me. I've been investigating the Night Kingdom this entire time, and I figured out what's wrong. The Wyab is being affected by the Abyss. I was waiting for the Wyab to send me back, but then this really strong monster came in and it almost killed me. The Wyab saved me, even though its power is weakening. So I've been hiding from the monsters while trying to find a way to help. The Night Kingdom has become a huge mess, though. I keep hearing these awful sounds and seeing really horrible things.
Aww.
Don't listen to those sounds, Kachina. The Abyss is trying to strip you of
It's
your
cute
sanity.
and sad and cute.
All you need to do is stay safe and wait for us. We'll be there shortly.
Ah.
I feel so much better now that I've had the chance to talk to you guys. You don't need to worry about me.
Okay.
Special at all, really. So I don't blame anyone for forgetting about me.
But I am worried about you.
Just knowing you care is more than enough.
Aww.
I'll find a way back. You don't have to put yourselves in danger to come rescue me.
Stop booping me. Ah!
You're always like this, Kachina. Now's not the time to act tough. We're coming for you, and that's final. I don't know what lies the Abyss has been feeding you, but I'll tell you something right now. Nobody here sees you as a burden. You're a victor of the Night Warden Wars, a hero of Natlan. All
And
you
a
need to
real
do is wait for
cutie.
us to rescue you, and you'll get all the applause and recognition you deserve.
Yeah.
I'm really scared.
Aww.
Everything's so dark and creepy here. And I
Aww. It's so cute and sad.
Danger because of me. I don't want to hold anyone back ever again.
All you need to do is place your trust in us, just like you always have. No one fights alone. We're not leaving you behind. Not ever.
Yeah, we're so close. We can't call it quits now. Thank you. Be careful.
Looks like we've lost contact.
Uh,
Now comes the most dangerous part. You have to traverse the Night Kingdom in your physical form.
oh, good.
This entrance to the Night Kingdom was left behind after an abyssal invasion. Even a brief amount of time inside could expose you to corrosion.
Also, great. I'm so happy about this.
I know. I'm prepared for that possibility.
Good.
All right. Then I wish
That's
you all the best.
that's a
I'll
good
tell Koichi to
thing,
be ready
right?
just in case. She's very experienced in dealing with abyssal corruption. That face you just made. Don't tell me you two got into another argument.
No, I just feel bad for creating more work for her.
I'll go with them too, Archon. The more people, the stronger the party.
Yeah, that's how numbers work.
Thank you so much for your help, everyone.
I don't know if you
It
know,
really
but
means
that's
a lot that you're willing to brave
how
these
numbers
dangers with me.
work.
There's no time to lose, so let's get going.
Now that I've lost my power, I won't be able to provide much practical support. But I can still keep an eye on the situation from here.
I mean, you can provide some beautiful fairy hair.
Son, I know it's unlikely, but if you encounter a situation you can't handle,
That won't happen.
I hope not.
Ah. Fish. And also... Boing, 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 boing. Alright. Enter the underground ruins. How? Aha! There we are. Now you're booping me as well. What did I do to deserve this? Ah! Why do you do this to me?
Right here.
Oh. Speed. Okay. Hydro and pyro. I don't have hydro and pyro. I just don't have pyro. Well, let's hope this works. In this, survival is not guaranteed. Woohoo! I hope I don't need any of, like, the main characters or anything of, or the characters that it gives you. So just Kachina. I hope I don't need her for this, because if I do... I don't want to restart it.
It looks nothing like Paimon was imagining.
Have you ever successfully imagined what Under a Kingdom actually looks like? Because I gotta be honest, Under Inazuma looks very different to what you would think. And the same as Under Liyue, and just...
home to an incredibly advanced civilization ruled by dragons. Humans only established their own society after the fall of the dragons.
Ah.
So these are Saurian ruins? Wait, you mean like the elemental sovereigns? They had their own advanced civilization?
I mean, it's not very hard to believe that, Paimon.
A really long time ago. Very few records have survived until now, so no one really knows what the devices here are for.
Wait, you mean those ancient immortal beings that were as powerful as the Archons are now had a civilization? Why would they do that?
These ruins have been abandoned for a
Oh
long
dear,
time.
oh
With the
Paimon.
recent increase in abyss activity, the installations around here have somehow been activated again.
So what
Okay.
you're saying is, we're not in for an easy trip to the Night Kingdom.
I'm pretty sure that's what they're saying is.
No. It's going to be obstacle after obstacle from here on out.
Oh good.
Why are you all laughing like that? It's creeping Paimon out.
To creep you out?
It's the pre-adventure excitement
I
kicking in.
think that's the
right,
point.
guys?
Of course. I'm eager to get started.
Then let's go. We won't let anything stand in our way.
Yeah, let's charge and beat him up or something, I guess. I'm much less enthusiastic about this and more,
Seems like the road ends
Help.
here. How should we get across?
with the help of
As
becoming a
professional
bard.
trainer, I think you could stand to build up your endurance, Paimon.
Professional trainer?
Okay.
Paimon
Well, that
thought you
doesn't
were a
work.
warrior from the Collective of Planning.
Well, that goes without saying. But I actually work as a sports coach. I provide professional guidance for many of
what?
NatWest popular sports. And I don't just mean physical training. I design nutrition plans as well.
Ah, so basically no sugar, no soft drinks, no grilled meat.
Yeah, we'll be here all day if you list them out one by one. It's much faster to just focus on what's good for you.
Such as?
Vegetable juice. Want some?
Ew.
Those guys look familiar.
We've fought them before. Let's go. Show no mercy.
Some nice vegetable juice.
There is no escape.
I
Right here. Emerge.
don't want to. Thanks. I would, no. I think I'll eat my definition of what's healthy, which is, yeah, sure, it contains vegetables, but the list is much longer than that. And not only juice as well. Alright.
Whoa. The place we need to go seems really high up.
Yeah.
Rebuild. Illusion shattered. Right here. Right now. Right here.
I require your bones to be outside of your body.
Billowing surge.
Thank you for your compliance. What do you mean you're not complying? Do it. Do it. Do it. Am I supposed to be controlling that? Because I'm not. Okay. This looks so weird. Can I out of that? Yeah, there we go. I like seeing my fish instead of seeing, some strange hulking creature. I like being a possum instead of a big, teddy bear, I suppose. Is that what you call it?
There is no escape. Emerge. Right
I
now.
mean, it looks like a teddy bear to me. I don't know what it looks like to other people, but it is a giant thing, creature thing. Thingy thing, creature thing. I don't like vegetable juice. I might like eating vegetables if they're in like other things, but not if it's juice. That's just bull. No, that doesn't help me. Oh, I tried clicking already and it didn't help me.
This is the final stretch. We just need to climb up, and we'll be there. Nothing to it.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah, easy for you to say, says the flying tiny... What is she? Like a vixen? An imp. That's what she is. She's a tiny imp. Tiny flying imp. Yep. Paimon is an imp. Confirmed.
Been ripped open by the abyss. Yes. There's something in the depths of this place that feels familiar, yet also foreign.
Okay, if you say so. I don't know what you're talking about, but yes, I think.
We actually have to go in there?
Yes, Paimon, we're going in there, whether you like it or not.
Okay, Paimon just needs to psych herself up. Don't push her through before she's ready.
I'm immediately pushing you through.
Hey, you don't have to drag Paimon. You're pulling too hard.
Looks like we made it. This is the Night Kingdom.
Wow, it's a kingdom of night, of darkness, of cold wind, I guess.
It looks so different from what I imagined in the stories. That overflow of energy is probably what trapped Kachina here in the first place.
Okay.
From this point forward, everything we know about the real world no longer applies. Anything can happen here.
Oh, good.
More worried about how we're gonna make it out. We obviously can't go back the way we came.
Why not?
See that patch of light on the ground? It's shining down from that fissure in the sky.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, right in front of us. So that's coming from up there?
Yeah?
It's so high up. Did we
Can you
really
not
fall that
tell
far down?
directions, Paimon? Can you not see?
Just like I said, our real-world knowledge doesn't apply here. We fell all this way, yet came out completely unscathed. If this was the real world, we'd have to climb our way back up to the entrance. But here, all we have to do is stand underneath the light and offer a prayer.
That's it? You really think that little of Paimon? That's not even what
Yes.
Paimon asked.
So that means all we need to do is find Kachina and bring her to this location.
Exactly. This light is streaming in from the real world. It's a link between the two realms.
The terrain looks difficult to navigate, and the visibility's not great either. How are we supposed to find Kachina in these conditions?
Magic. Just like every other answer I've given.
Yeah, these floating black things don't look super friendly either.
What do you mean?
Those are all manifestations of abyssal power. Be careful.
Ghost! A talking ghost!
Calm down, I'm here to help.
Paimon, we've
You're the one
seen
who
those
helped
in
Vichama, right?
Enkanomiya. Why are you freaking out?
Yes, I'm Vichama's friend, Malco. I was completely lost to this realm until I sensed a mysterious power calling out to me. It's like it was seeking me out, attempting to reassemble the pieces of who I used to be. Of course, it could only do so much. I'm sorry I can only appear before you in this imperfect form.
Okay.
No, we should be the ones apologizing. If the Spirit Speaker stone hadn't become corrupted by the Abyss, we could have done much more. But we had to destroy it. Otherwise, Vichama and his tribe would have been in danger.
Of course. Thank you for protecting him. I never imagined that. Even after all these years, he'd still take such a risk for me.
I mean, if you were true friends, it makes sense to
Under the power of
me.
the stone, it felt like our souls were connected.
Okay, now you're getting into weird territory, but
Even our
no,
regrets
yeah,
were
keep
exactly
going.
the same.
Yeah,
Whether
that
in
seems so
triumph
though.
or death, you want your best friend by your side.
Exactly. That may not be in the cards for us, but it's not too late for you. You're looking for a young girl from the Children of Echoes, right? She's
Yeah.
being chased by an embodiment of abyssal power. I'd like to help her while I'm still in this form, so follow me.
Okay.
This place has been severely corroded by the abyss.
Alright.
Paimon didn't realize it had
Caution.
gotten this bad.
Yep.
It's like a seething volcano ready to engulf our world at any moment.
I don't trust that this is.
Ouch!
Quick, get back here. You can't go wandering. Stick close to me. My power will be able to ward off attacks for the time being.
Okay. I don't trust that this doesn't act like water and I won't fall into it, so I'm just gonna keep Farina out just in case. And I'm gonna keep the healing out also just in case
This way.
I get hit or something. Ah! Ow! Door of BS activated. Door of in case BS.
Monsters.
We shouldn't waste our time on them.
We shouldn't waste our time on them. Proceeds to waste our time on them. I don't think we have a choice but to waste our time on them. Huh. Farina actually has less HP. To be fair, I did grind for, She refused. Yeah, well, I refused to do that as well, because I don't want it, and it tastes gross.
Paimon can't see anything!
It's easy to get lost here. Just stick close.
Look, I'm okay with fruit juice, but vegetable juice just does something to my body, and it's not good. It does something to my bones. It corrodes my very being. It brings my existence to a halt.
Did you hear that?
No? Hear what?
Never mind. It was probably just my imagination.
Don't scare Paimon like that!
I heard it too. It was a voice from the Abyss.
What did it say?
Doesn't matter. It certainly doesn't harbor good intentions.
Yeah. True.
Paimon just heard it too! Let's keep going. Paimon wants to get out of this place!
We can tell. Bunny.
We're here, Kachina! Oh, honey? You made it! Looks like our reunion will have to wait until we take care of these monsters.
Yeah.
Good idea. Let's go!
No, it's not lays. It does. It really does. It damages my core, my essence. My entire being is slowly torn to shreds as I taste the vegetable. It's only because it's vegetable juice, though. I mean, other vegetable stuff is fine, but vegetable juice is
The monster can appear from anywhere. It almost caught me a bunch of times. The YF's power helped keep me hidden, so I just tried to stay out of sight until you got here.
Had a girl. You did so well. And most importantly, you weren't hurt.
Yeah.
Should we start heading back then? Actually, I have a request. Will you come visit the YF with me? I can't exactly put it into words, but something's wrong with the Ode of Resurrection. And I know it has something to do with the contamination from the Abyss.
Okay.
Pyro Archon's theory as well. Everything we've seen here certainly seems to back it up.
In the
Yeah.
Night Kingdom, there are 6 main totem poles representing the Wyab of each tribe. You can think of them like the body of each Wyab. Additional totem poles, like the ones around here, serve as proxies to which the Wyab can extend their consciousness. There are countless proxies scattered around the Night Kingdom. Through them, the Wyab can extend their consciousness over the entire realm and track down souls no matter where they roam. But if a proxy were to become severely contaminated, then a soul could become lost within the Night Kingdom.
Judging by the current situation, I don't think we're dealing with just one contaminated proxy. Even if we could drive back the abyssal power from one of them, that probably wouldn't even put a dent in the problem.
Yeah.
Still, we can't just leave the YF to suffer. It's protected me this whole time.
I agree. We might even manage to draw out the monster that's been hunting Kachina. Getting rid of the monster might slow down the deterioration of the Night Kingdom.
Kachina? What's wrong?
She's having the visions way worse than we are, isn't she?
And that voice again, telling me to abandon the YF and leave this place. Maybe we really should leave. Kachina's already been here for too long. No, I'm fine. I don't plan on listening to that nonsense. I can hold on.
Such a strong
up
little
ahead.
cutie.
I'll lead the way. Besides, I can still fight, so please, help me out a little longer.
Listen
Yeah,
to me,
okay.
Kachina. We'll come with you, but that's because we want to help the YUB. Not because we have something to prove. You don't have anything to prove either. It's okay if you reach your limit. We'll be there for you.
All right. The sooner we get this done, the better.
Yeah,
We've already come all this way. So we
No,
might as well try
no
to get to the bottom of
juice.
this.
Let's go. This way.
I'll stay here and try to
No
stop the abyss.
damn juice.
All by yourself? That's too dangerous.
It's all right. I may not be as strong as that monster, but I'm definitely more familiar with the area. Besides, I don't have much time left. If you're anything like my friend, I'm sure you're not particularly fond of goodbyes.
Yeah.
So go. Achieve your goal. And return to the world where you belong.
Thank you for everything.
Okay.
You're a
This
true
is a little bit sad, but okay.
No one fights alone.
Does your head still hurt? Let me help you walk.
I'm fine. You should know I'm made of stronger stuff than that.
She's being overly protective, and it's adorable. Ah. She's like a big sister to her, I guess. Which is just cute.
YUB? YUB! I'm back! My friends and I are here to heal you. YUB, can you hear me? YUB?
Oh, it can
So we were right.
speak.
The contamination is already too severe. It's preventing the YUB from answering our calls. All right, get ready, everyone. Time to purge the abyssal energy from this place.
Oh dear. Okay.
Careful. We've got company.
Oh hi.
Ready?
You really think that puny soul could slow me down? Courage in the face of futility is pure folly. He tried to get in my way, so I disposed of him.
Well, I'll dispose of you.
You killed Malco?
He would have dispersed with or without me. Rather than worrying about him, I would urge you to focus on yourself.
Okay.
You may have defeated others of my kind in the past, but underestimate me now, and it will be to your peril.
But you just said why you should be afraid of me.
No.
Okay,
The power
whatever.
of the abyss is intoxicating. The destruction it seeks captivates like a masterful work of art. I strive only for the opportunity to see it up close.
Okay,
This
freak.
naive little girl was an exception, but it turns out humanity is full of lambs willing to offer themselves up to the slaughter. That is the tragedy of your short lives. You understand nothing of
Boing, boing, boing.
power.
And
Ancient
you're an
names,
arrogant
pride,
freak.
friendship, all empty ideas invented to give you a false sense of self-worth. They possess no power at all.
And you only possess sadness. Now stop talking so I can beat the crap out of you.
Ideals out of pure selfishness. Anything to avoid sharing power. Anything to avoid handing over the primordial gift to ordinary people like you.
Can I just beat you up yet? Because I really want to. I don't want to listen to you anymore. I really don't.
The Pyro Archon strong beyond measure, while you, Kachina, remain so pathetically weak.
Why are you a douche?
Kachina, give me your hand.
Aww.
Feel that? I'm right here next to you.
Thanks, Moalani. You're right. I have nothing to fear. Because I'm not alone anymore.
You're right. Maybe comforting ideals don't have any power. But you also couldn't be more wrong. You've never had to work for your own strength, so you will never understand the true source of our power.
No, I won't stop hitting you. Whack, whack, whack.
Back down? It comes from our friendship. Power lies not in the ideal itself, but in our commitment to upholding that ideal, and in our decision to stand together and fight.
Well said.
Let's go, Kachina. It shouldn't take more than 2 of us to handle an enemy like this.
I agree.
But you deserve what's coming to you.
There aren't many in Natlan who can beat us when we're together. It's time he got a taste of that kind of power.
Yeah, kick his ass.
Check this out.
Boing, 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 boingy, 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 boingy. Boingy, 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 boingy. I enjoy doing the boingies way too much. Eat Hydro. Boing, 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 boing. No, it didn't let me keep boinging. Yeah, that's what I thought. Weakling. Of course you won. You literally had the element that deals the most damage to him.
That's what he gets for underestimating you two.
Fantastic work, Kachina. Absolutely fantastic. This makes me so unbelievably happy.
Aww.
I'm happy too, Moalani. Together we really are unstoppable.
cute. Stop making me feel things.
What's happening?
Oh.
My ancient name is glowing? But I thought I didn't bring it with me.
It's probably a projection from the real world. But that doesn't explain why it's glowing all of a sudden.
Wait, does that mean you're...
You're what?
That was a bold move, diving headfirst into the fire to save your friend, especially in a place so overrun with abyssal corruption. Still, seeing you pull it off was really something. Everything you said was exactly right.
Who is
As
you?
isolated individuals, we stand no chance against the power of the abyss. It took years
okay.
worth of scars,
Who are
lots of
you?
unnecessary suffering for me to understand that for myself.
Yeah,
Pyro Archon's
that.
plan will
Who are
unite
you?
us as one. Everyone has a part to play. Only then.
Yeah,
will we have the power to defeat
Who
the
are you?
strongest of foes.
Who are you?
Yeah, what she said.
A warrior from the people of the Springs. I fought against the Abyss during the invasion 500 years ago.
I've heard that name before. You were the giant who saved all of Natlan.
Since you were able to awaken my words from your ancient name, that means you have fully embodied the aspirations of the Wyab.
Okay.
Under the name Umoja, you shall unite the tribes and save Natlan from its impending doom.
Okay.
Me?
Huh?
As long as blood still runs through your veins, even the tiniest spark of steel against stone can ignite a flame.
I mean,
Its blaze will become one
that
with our
isn't
vision for Natlan.
technically not true.
Even amid everlasting darkness, our bonds remain eternal.
Fist bumping a giant. That's interesting.
What's wrong, Moalani? So many memories. My brain was just flooded with everything he once knew. So that's what happened.
What do you mean? Did you just figure something out?
500 years ago, they foresaw the very crisis we're facing now.
Huh.
Efforts to save Natlan started all the way back then.
We can go
Huh.
over the details once we get back. We shouldn't linger here longer than we have to.
Yeah, no kidding.
I know bits and pieces, but I had no idea Mualani was also part of the plan.
This sounds like something that's going to need a lot of explaining. Let's focus on saving the Wyab first.
Is it even? Oh,
Okay,
never mind.
that should be enough. Wyab? Wyab? Can you hear me?
I hear your voice, Kachina, my dear child.
Why do you sound like a grandmother?
Well then, I'm afraid it's time to say goodbye.
Why with the broccoli?
Make sure you were okay before we leave.
No!
We can't afford to stay here any longer. I was going to ask why you bestowed an ancient name upon someone like me, but it's okay. I'll keep searching within myself for the answer. I'll never stop trying to improve my strength. One day, I'll live up to the hero you saw in me.
I think you
are
already
an outstanding child in my eyes, Kachina. No matter
No!
what happens.
Stop sending vegetables. Stop it!
You are all my most beloved children. It has always been my honor to protect and nurture you. Your ancient name is just that, A name. Much like your parents chose to name you Kachina, I also gave you a name, but it need not define you.
That's nice.
on
Stop
who
sending
you
vegetables.
want to
What are
be.
you doing? I don't want
You are
vegetables.
already
Get them
worthy
away
of
from
your
me.
name. Now, you need only devote yourself to
Throwing
building a
vegetables at
better
the
you.
wham.
The story of your ancient name is for you to continue. Just like your parents, my love for you will
God damn
never
it.
change. No matter what the future holds.
Okay.
Thank you, Wyatt.
It gladdens me to see the Pyro Archon's plan move another step towards completion. But it is time for you to leave this place. The situation here is getting worse.
Yeah, we noticed. How many
Go
vegetables are you two gonna send?
Save Natlan on behalf
Stop!
of all you hold dear.
Stop!
I know we've never met before.
No
Wyatt,
vegetables.
but I just
No!
wanted to say,
No!
encouraging Kachina. It was exactly what she needed to hear.
Whoa, what's going on? An earthquake?
We're out of time. It's the power of the abyss. Quick, we need to run.
Okay.
It's a Sealy! The Sealy opened the way for us!
Can I move? That's better. Ah!
The opening in the sky! It's closing!
We need to hurry, or we'll be stuck here.
Yeah, no kidding. Wow, really? Is that how you think it walks?
Quick, through the middle.
Okay.
Come on, faster!
Yeah, that's exactly how bad it was. Stop sending vegetables. Oh, that last one was meat. Yeah, that's much better. Well. I knew it was her trying to get them out. Somehow I knew when I saw the crack that it'd
You've
be
done
her.
well. Now come home.
No, no vegetables. Ah. Why are you terrible?
We're back. The Pyro Archon saved us.
But she's not here. Yeah, didn't she say she used it all up?
She's still in the speaker's chamber. What we saw in the Night Kingdom was just her consciousness.
So
Yeah.
you're saying her consciousness did all that?
Every great display of power comes at a price. You must feel terrible, Kachina. Just hold on. We'll get you to a doctor soon. Let's get back to the stadium. The Pyro Archon said she'd have a doctor waiting
The
for us.
terrible price thing
I
is a
recommend
bit
getting a full
confusing,
checkup.
but okay.
Just to make sure no damage gets left behind.
Paimon feels okay. What about you, Traveler?
I feel like I am still confused why the pyro didn't work. Why touching the pyro statue didn't work. Stop sending vegetables! Ah!
Right. You always seem to do pretty well against the Abyss.
Let's get going. We need to share what we learned in the Night Kingdom as well.
I don't want them. Stop it. Stop sending vegetables.
Pyro Archon's plan.
No!
Exactly.
I'll let her
Don't
explain.
try to give Kachina vegetable juice as well. Stop!
From here on out,
Ah!
Natlan's ultimate fate.
Stop! Stop it! Ah! Yum, 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 yum. I don't want the vegetables. No, no carrot. Carrot doesn't have flesh, it just has plant. Yes, I'm a very picky fish. What of it? What you gonna do about it? Wait. It's fine. I'm fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine, I'm fine. It's fine. We're all fine here. It's fine. I'm fine. It's fine.
Huh. There's a lot less stuff here than before.
It's good
Yeah.
to see you all here in one piece.
Give the bunny the carrot,
You
not
must
me.
have a lot of questions, but let Koichi check you over first. It's best not to let any lingering effects of the Abyss go untreated.
Thank
Okay.
goodness you made it back. I came here as soon as the Pyro Archon told me about your plan. Take a seat, everybody. I'll examine you one by one.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right, that should do it for now. But just to be safe, I'll perform another checkup in a couple of days.
Okay.
I have to say, though, I've never seen anyone react to the Abyss like you, Traveler. It's like you're completely immune to its power.
'Cause I am.
She's always been special like that. She can even purify its power. Wait, now that you mention it, Paimon doesn't think she's affected either.
Given the current situation, that ability will likely play a great role in the events to come.
Of course. I still have patients to see, so I'll head out.
Yeah, I'll leave. Thank you. And now we get to the questioning
we might not
part.
see eye to eye, but we both had good intentions. Just give it time. I'm sure we'll figure things out between us one day.
Oh, she's finally acting like she's not evil.
All right. There's so much to discuss, I don't even know where to begin.
No,
You've
no.
seen it for yourselves now. The devastation in the Night Kingdom.
No, no
I'll get straight to the
vegetable
point.
juice.
Natlan is on the verge of destruction. It's very possible our nation has less than a year before total devastation.
Oh.
No. That can't be true, can it?
Interesting.
But I've only ever
why?
disclosed that fact to the handful of people working with me to save this nation. Our looming destruction is not a recent development, but the inevitable conclusion of the disaster the Abyss initiated 500 years ago.
Ah.
Mulan told us a little bit about that.
500 years ago, all the nations of Teyvat were invaded by the Abyss. Unlike the other nations, Natlan never had stable and deep-rooted ley lines, so we suffered the worst of the invasion.
Ah.
The battle against the Abyss was exceedingly long and brutal. In the end, victory came at the cost of our civilization and countless lives. Even then, it took centuries of solving the disasters caused by the Abyss to finally achieve the peace we know today.
I don't think you've solved it,
This
though.
is but a superficial victory. The forces of the Abyss have merely been driven back underground. Their threat to Natlan remains as real as ever.
Oh, great.
never have
Great!
The problems plaguing the Night Kingdom are all the more complicated because that realm is essentially functioning as Natlan's ley lines. Immediately after the war, our calculations estimated that we would have a maximum of 500 years before
Just
the Night
because
Kingdom
it's a
was
zipper.
completely lost to
Must
the abyss.
pull. Must
By
pull.
that time, we were a nation of the destitute. Our people no longer believed in victory, nor did they hold hope for the future. Our civilization was dying, our faith crumbling, and the line of power passed down from the Wyab nearly severed.
That just makes me think like you meet a random stranger and the hoodie has a zipper on it and you just zip it down and they're like, what the hell? And you're just like, I had to.
If we didn't bring the nation back together, it would be foolish to even dream of defeating the Abyss in the future. So, the Archon had a long and involved discussion with the heroes of each tribe, and finally came up with a 500-year-long plan to save Natlan.
That's a really long plan.
After finding Kachina, I encountered a strange figure who gave me a series of new memories.
Okay, you do you with their strange urges.
I guess I've been chosen to play an important role in it. But there's still something I don't understand. Those memories showed me the Pyro Archon from back then. And it was you.
Huh? But that doesn't make any sense. The Pyro Archon is supposed to be human. It's impossible for a human to live that long.
That's right. The hardest thing for humans to overcome has always been time, or rather, the natural limitations of our lifespan. A god can extend a human's life by using a certain amount of divine power, or subjecting them to a curse.
Yeah, we've seen that.
No, Natlan doesn't have gods like that. We can only rely on our own methods. A human life is like a flame destined to be extinguished. 500 years ago, I placed my life within the sacred flame. Only by dying before my time could I have the chance to wake up again.
So, I think what she's saying is that the sacred flame keeps her alive. She is the sacred flame in a way. Oh.
So, in other words, this is your second life?
Oh. That is interesting.
Yes. We only managed to defeat the Abyss all those years ago because the tribes came together as one.
And so those pictures of your family was like 500 years ago? That's sad, and that explains something to me that I picked up earlier, which was that she said that it was her sister, and she said that she was an artist and a designer, and that she had she designed many beautiful things and did so much with her life. And with the age that the Archon looks now, it sounded as if there was no way that she was the age she said she was, or something like that, because it sounded like her sister had already passed away somehow. And this explains that.
If the Natlan of the future was to have a fighting chance, the Pyro Archons that came after the war had to rebuild the decimated tribes. The goal was to reunite the people and restore the strength of each tribe's Wyab. Once a tribe was back to its full strength, the tribe's Wyab would select a hero, indicating the tribe was once again ready for war. The Chosen would then stand by my side in defense of our nation, just like great heroes of old 500 years ago.
So that means I'm one of the Chosen?
That's right. You bear the ancient name Umoja, the same one held by the hero from your tribe 500 years ago. It means unity.
Unity like the app, or are we talking about the...
After your adventure in the Night Kingdom, I trust you've come to fully understand the meaning of that name.
Stop zipping people's zippers. Stop it!
So, in other words, you always knew who the Wyatt were going to pick from each tribe?
Yes. According to the plan, each tribe was supposed to have been fully restored by the time I awoke. But something went wrong along the way.
Ah.
The 6 heroes successfully inherited the ancient names from 500 years ago, but the intel regarding the plan wasn't passed on to them.
Interesting.
Once again, it comes down to the deterioration of the Night Kingdom. Communication between the Sacred Flame and the Wyab has been blocked.
Just like how the Ode of Resurrection failed to bring Kachina back.
Exactly. It's just another tactic the Abyss is using against us. The Abyss may not possess intelligence, but its methods certainly aren't easy to counter. If we want to unblock that information from being passed on, my presence alone isn't enough. The ancient name-bearer must establish a greater connection to their name. So, I've tried my best to help them from the sidelines. Currently, Shalonin of the Children of Echoes, Kinich of the Scions of the Canopy, and Iansan of the Collective of Plenty have all been acknowledged by their names. During your adventure, you too earned the acknowledgement of your Wyab Mualani. In the process, you gained the memories stored within your name.
Yeah, that leaves 2.
But we have less than a year!
Yeah, we do. Stop zipping people's zippers. Even though that's what they're called and what they're for.
Yes, but we have no choice. We cannot start the plan until all the heroes have been gathered. That's also why I haven't been able to take action despite the urgency of the situation.
But if you knew this whole time, why didn't you just tell me about my role in all this? Wouldn't that make everything go a lot faster?
Probably not.
Perhaps, but the opposite could also be true.
Exactly.
Knowing your destiny too early could mean failing to realize your full potential.
It might just make you, like, clench up and be too scared to do it.
Just like your determination to save Kachina, I hope your commitment to this endeavor comes from your own strength of will, rather than a sense of obligation.
So I suppose you're not going to tell us who the final 2 heroes are then?
That's right. Their time is yet to come. Putting pressure on them beforehand will only hinder their development. I can only trust in the judgment of the Wyab. I have never believed I could solve this crisis alone. In fact, it was precisely because I chose to trust and rely on others that we managed to get this far. Natlan's salvation lies not in its Archon or any singular individual, but in us all. You're quite perceptive, aren't you? I thought I might get away with avoiding the topic.
Huh? Oh, right! All of the stuff you stored here before, where did it all go?
Even though I sacrificed my power, I still needed a contingency plan to ensure you would make it back from the Night Kingdom. After all, I was the one who allowed you to take that risk, and Mualani has an important role to play in my plan. In addition to their sentimental value, the items I stored here held a much more important purpose: fuel.
Fuel? So back then, that's why you...
Yes. The stories embodied by those items are certainly important, but there's an even more significant trait they all share. Every item belonged to a hero of Natlan.
I see.
Over time, they became imbued with a certain amount of contending fire from being carried in battle. On their own, each item's power is limited, but together, their combined effect can prove quite useful in a dire situation. By burning those items, I was able to activate the contending fire stored within them to open the boundary between the 2 worlds.
Stop giving me chicken corpses, at least burn it first. Stop giving me the chops.
It was a rather crude
Stop
approach,
it.
so all their power was depleted in an instant, as you can see.
But Weren't they all precious treasures? What about their stories?
That's exactly why I dragged you all here. No matter what, I never wanted the Pyro Archon to have to use that power.
I mean, I feel like your lives are a bit more important than a bunch of items, even if they mean a lot to someone.
I'm so sorry.
You have nothing to be sorry for. You all deserve my thanks, actually. If you hadn't saved the totem pole, that area of the Night Kingdom would have been forever lost to the abyss.
Oh, fun.
And then, it would only be a matter of time before the Children of Echoes was met with disaster.
Ah, wonderful.
Besides, when those heroes entrusted their belongings to me, or the Pyro Archon of their time, it was out of a desire to contribute to Natlan's survival. If they knew those items helped save the present-day heroes of Natlan, they would not mourn their loss.
Even when you put it that way, I still feel bad.
Your con. Did you have to make that a
Remember
thing?
what I told you about time? The people and the events of the past are never truly lost to us. We simply carry them with us in a different form. In that sense, we didn't lose anything at all. If you still have regrets, let them fuel your resolve in the battles to come. Your deeds will become new legends and nurture new forms of power just like the items once stored here.
Well, we'd still like to return the favor.
Well, if that's the case, just treat me to a drink sometime. Now that Kachina has returned, you can finally hold the victory feast and celebrate your team's triumph in the Night Warden Wars.
Okay.
We can all use the rest, that's for sure. Plus,
Yeah,
you'll be able to silence everyone who doubted you once and for all, Kachina.
Yeah. Yeah, that good.
Now that I know the danger we're
Silence
facing,
them.
having a victory feast isn't feel
Icon.
right.
Try not to let it get to you. It's important to stay calm. Worrying about it will only affect your judgment. All right. You should head out. I'll join you in a bit.
Pycon. Why? Pycon. Stop! Oh, that looks a bit like Enkanomia.
When I was young, I used to sit by the hot springs and listen to the stories of warriors from all over Natlan. They attract people from all walks of life. Friends come easy here, no matter what tribe you're from. The people of the springs have never claimed the hot springs as their own private property. They are there to bring all hot spring buddies together. It's been really nice seeing the children of my tribe get older. It's helped me gradually understand the true value of the springs.
No!
I've witnessed
No
their
Pycons.
determination, their absolute passion for life. Even when they cause trouble, I never managed to hold on to my anger for long. It's unbelievable how quickly they worm their way back into my good graces. I'm certain Mualani will become a great warrior when she grows up. She possesses infinite potential. I can see it. One day, when I'm no longer in fighting form, I'll come here and tell stories to all the children, just like those warriors did for me. So, you better get busy, Pyro Archon, or I'll end up running out of stories.
Our nation is engulfed in darkness. darkness. Our tribes stand divided, and yet you promise victory in the distant
Just playing
future.
with her own zipper when she's off screen. Just.
The Abyss is a cunning enemy, one that I faced in battle many times.
I feel like that'd just
Were
be
that
you.
not the case, I would never understand exercising this degree of caution. My rage will never know absolution, and my power will no longer aid you in victory. But you came to me because you knew you could convince me with just a single sentence. I understand your choice. The heroes of today will forge the path ahead with blood and fire. Just remember to earn us the victory we are owed. Otherwise, rest assured, I'll find a way to collect the debt. For Natlan.
Is that just your nickname for her now? Is just Pycone?
So, you're gonna head 500 years in the future to serve as the Pyro Archon again? But what about the you from right now? You're just gonna die?
You can't ask her those questions and expect her to answer, my dear. The decision is hers to make, and she deserves our support. We will do everything we can to rebuild the tribes. Don't you worry. Even across time, we will all do our part to fight for Natlan's future.
Why is Natlan's story already making me feel emotions?
Believe in you, sis. Oh, seriously though, Dad should be here. Where is he?
I guess the best kingdoms in Genshin always have made me feel things.
He chose not to come at all. Don't take it to heart, my dear. That's just who he is. Just remember, no matter what happens in the future, we will always love you.
It's so sad.
I'll come find you one day. I know I can't live that long, but I'll think of something. There has to be a way for us to meet again one day. If there's an answer out there somewhere, I'm gonna find it. So, don't forget about me.
It's sad. Why is it sad? Stop it.
If that's your decision, then you have my full support, Archon.
May our children live to see such a lovely son.
For Natlan!
No one fights alone.
I can bet she feels pretty alone right now, though. I can bet it feels like she's fighting alone.
Legacy. They shall grant us the strength to overcome the next tragedy.
She tries to tell
Forged
everyone.
6 tribes, taught us how to fight, instilled in us what it means to love.
She tries to tell everyone that, you don't have to fight alone. But I can imagine from what she's been through, it feels like she is fighting alone because nobody truly knows what she's gone through. I mean, who else can say that they've gone through time 500 years just to get to where they are now, to continue the fight? Like,
Who will be the one to bring this to an end?
We are the inheritors of memory and legend. Those who grew alongside sun and wind. Those who forged our own destiny and future. That is Natlan's fire, the lifeblood of our nation.
Stop making me feel things, though. Why does it make me feel emotions? That really was like... That was emotions. That was... it wasn't as strong as it could be, but it... This conquest is already making me feel stuff. And how bad is this going to get? How much is it going to make me feel?
You here for the victory feast too?
Stop zipping!
Oh no, I knew Chaska would be here, so I just came to deliver some medicine. I was about to leave, actually. It's not that I don't want to celebrate Kachina and the others. I'm so glad she made it back. It's just... Well, I'll make things awkward if I'm around my sister right now.
You're making things awkward already. Don't worry about it.
Ah, well, you two had a fight, so Paimon can understand.
She didn't cause any trouble during your trip, right?
Yeah, she was super helpful. She gave us a lot of useful information about the Abyss.
That's good. That's all I needed to know.
Is there a reason you asked? You were pretty outspoken when we first met, but now it's like you're holding something back.
Can I not?
Maybe it seemed unreasonable, picking that fight with her before you left, but I did it for a reason.
Was it a good reason?
Her impulse to fight is extremely strong. Her mental strength helps her rein it in, but she still loses control sometimes. I had no idea what you might face in the Night Kingdom, so I didn't want to take any chances.
See, I'm kind of the same, but kind of the opposite. My impulse to fight is extremely strong, and my mental strength helps me do it.
So, what you're saying is...
Okay, so maybe it sounds a little stupid, but it works pretty well. It helps her keep her cool for a little while, at least. Anyway, I'm just glad you were able to make it back safe and sound.
I mean,
That's
maybe,
all I
but I can only imagine she doesn't like you as much for it. And is that really worth the price? Like, really?
What? Do you really have to go that far? Can't you just talk it out?
Yeah.
No way. Chaska never opens up about her own pain, especially to her family. She can't learn about this, or it'll be even harder to help her. I appreciate the understanding, and don't worry. I'll find a way to help her ease this burden. Anyway,
Okay,
Enjoy
sure.
the celebration. Oh, and if you ever need a doctor, you know who to find.
Huh. Who would have thought there was a deeper reason behind their arguing?
Oh, Paimon. You have a lot to learn. And I don't think you're ever going to.
In the end, it's all the Abyss's fault. Paimon's had enough of them.
Who hasn't, Paimon? Who hasn't? Paimon's had enough of them. We all have. Trust me. Trust me.
Let's give a huge round of applause to our brave young warrior, Kachina!
Woohoo! Well done, Kachina. Thank you, everyone. I'm so glad I finally made it.
Why is it so cute? Ah!
I always knew you could do it. With so much potential at your age, you have a great future ahead of you.
You're one to talk. Don't think I didn't know you were the first person to abandon your team. I'll be dealing with you when we get back.
I had no choice. My friend invited me. I couldn't just say no.
Nice excuse. Very smooth.
So you weren't just trying to get ahead in the first round?
I wasn't, I swear. I just happened to find that bearer injured in the wild, so I stopped to bandage his wounds.
Yeah.
When he insisted on repaying the favor, what was I supposed to do? I'm just one person. I figured Kachina would have no trouble replacing me.
But the fact of the matter is that after your departure, everyone else started thinking about swapping teams too.
I'm really sorry, Kachina. It was wrong of us to abandon you like that.
It's amazing that you still made it all the way through to the Night Warden Wars. That's the highest honor.
Uh-huh.
So, what about you guys? Did you make it far?
Our team captain drank too much the night before the competition and turned up late to the stadium on the day. We got disqualified.
Serves you all right. No sympathy for me.
Alright. There's no need to be like that, Uncle Pakal.
It is pretty funny to witness, though.
Firstly, I'm grateful to my friends and our great Archon for helping to bring me back. This traveler and her companion Paimon are some of the strongest people I've ever met. If they were allowed to participate in the pilgrimage, I have no doubt that they'd win the whole thing. They've agreed to let me learn from them. With their help, I believe I can become even stronger still. And let's not forget my good friends, Moalani, Chaska, Kanich, and Dion-san. They all helped the traveler and Paimon figure out a way to bring me back from the Night Kingdom. They too deserve to be called our heroes. So, please give another round of applause for them. Thank you so much.
Well said.
Cute. Stop making me feel stuff, damn it.
How does it feel being a hero, Kachina?
To be honest, it's a bit overwhelming.
Yeah, no kidding. Of course it would be.
Surreal. Well, you better get used to it. Next up, undefeated champion! Hey, please don't make fun of me.
Hello, Archon, who's casually standing there, just in the background, trying to listen in creepily.
You're here. Have some fruit juice. I got it specially.
No!
For you.
Not with the carrot.
You look like you've still got questions. Ask away. Because they had their own lives to live. The thought of telling them, abandon your families and everyone you love, and come with me to the end of time, for in 500 years Natlan will be destroyed, it seemed too cruel.
Yeah.
I could just as easily point out that everything in this world would come to an end eventually. But life is short. And beyond a point, it just doesn't seem real. Imagine if I said, let's leave right now, and go save the sun because it'll flame out in a few million years. It would sound quite ridiculous.
Yeah.
I couldn't make them shoulder that burden with me. Besides, every generation will have its heroes, this one included. The plan could still work without them. Or, of course, without me. But since I was the one who came up with the plan, I felt duty-bound to see it through to the end.
Paimon suddenly
That's
remembered
fair.
that portrait in your room. Was that your family from back then?
Yes, it was. So when you asked me who my sister grew up to be, the truth is that very little information survives. From what I've been able to piece together, I can conclude with a reasonable degree of confidence that she ended up as an architect and artist.
Yeah.
She played an instrumental role in rebuilding the scions of the Canopy tribe, designing and building many houses. But of course, none of her buildings are around anymore.
Aw,
Still,
that's
it was an
sad.
impressive achievement, and I'm very proud of her.
That's so
I
sad.
feel loss keenly. It seems to stir up feelings of regret in you. But this is something I have long since come to terms with. This is a war, and there can be no war without loss. I am already far more fortunate than those who lost their lives to the Abyss.
Yeah.
The people of Natlan look to me as their Archon, and the weight of their expectations is mine to bear. I must see our fate through to the very end, no matter what I may find there.
I really didn't expect this Archon quest to be so much longer. I feel like it's been longer than the first one. That's okay. It's probably almost over anyway.
Yeah, doesn't that mean the way everything ends has already been written, including your plan?
I suppose, but so what? Don't forget, time takes many forms. The past, present, and future coexist, and all are equally important. Even
sure,
if the
I
future
guess.
ends in destruction, there's still no reason to give up on the here and now.
I mean,
And
that's
it's precisely
true, I
because
guess,
we humans
but
cannot know our fate that we will never give up on our struggle.
I don't know how that makes wait, how does that make the future more just as important if what, huh? I don't understand your logic. I don't get it. Yes, she did say
This is a
fate.
pivotal moment. We are still 2 heroes short.
We're not talking about the Fate the series.
Well, 3 to be precise. There's one further hero who I'm hoping to get on my side, whatever it takes. Your resistance to the corrupting power of the Abyss is truly remarkable. It would easily make you an all-important figure in the upcoming battle.
Convince me.
If you agree to join us, you will not only gain my full support in your journey, but I will also forge a
Stop
brand new
crying.
ancient name for you.
You don't need to cry.
Ancient names can be forged?
They can. Several strict conditions must be met, but if they couldn't be forged at all, then the number of them in circulation would have long dwindled to 0.
Ah.
Possessing an ancient name would mean that your adventures in Natlan are recorded in full. Your stories would be remembered by our people for all the years to come. The Ode of Resurrection may have temporarily lost its power, but still, take this as my personal guarantee that I shall never let you fall. Just like in the Night Kingdom, I will be there for you. That is a promise I will fulfill at all costs. This nation always honors its heroes.
Okay.
Yeah, we can't just ignore the situation here.
Wonderful. Then I'll reach out to Shilonen right away. She's the one who will forge the name. We've never forged an ancient name for an Outlander before, but I trust she'll find a way.
You and your zippers. Ah, there we go. Well.
My lord, we've received word that the Pyro Archon has lost much of her power. Although your injury complicates things, this is most certainly the opportune time to seize the Gnosis.
Victory and defeat are rules, not outcomes. I have never taken advantage of an opponent in a time of weakness, and I don't intend to start now. As for you, I must confess, I did not expect that little trick of yours to save the day.
No matter how dense the fog, as long as the sun remains, we cannot turn day into night. She could have dispelled it. She simply chose not to. You don't have much time, and you're injured on top of that. What do you plan to do next?
I'm beginning to see just how useful you may turn out to be. You heard something from here, didn't you?
And the plot thickens ever further. Welp. Sadly, we have to wait until the next update, or the next couple of updates, to see more of that, because that's it. No more Archon quests. So much more juicy information. So much more juicy storyline. So much more unanswered questions. Ah! Well, oh, nice. I like that. That's a good reason to complete the quests. That's a really good reason to complete the quests. Alright. No booping me. That's evil. That's what evil people do. That's what bad, evil, bad people do. Anyway, so...
Thank you for
I'm going to continue trying to level up my Kachina. And... Oh, what's this? It's whatever. And saving up for the Pyro Archon. And I will see you all in the next one. I hope you all had a fun time watching, and I hope you liked it enough to come back next time. Okay, bye!